Hello, I'm Joshua Flores, and I will be giving a personal assessment of my time in the public speaking class. Unfortunately, the light just went out in my room, so I will be giving this presentation here in my living room. After taking the class, two strengths that I discovered in public speaking and presenting was that I learned that I had to engage the audience in order to give a good presentation. In other words, I could get the audience involved, giving feedback, giving their own personal opinion on the topic I'm speaking about, so that they will focus more on the topic being spoken about, and they'll remember it more, and they'll be able to really pay attention to the presentation. And not only will they be giving their own opinions, I would be sharing mine with them, and we'll be sharing different opinions and different of views that maybe I didn't think about or that they didn't think about before. So having an engaged audience is really good to learn more about the topic that we're speaking of. When watching the presentations that we had to do for class, I noticed that I I felt more strongly towards the presentations that I could give my opinions on. The ones that I could raise my hand and want to give my opinion and talk about what I thought, if I thought that their opinion was valid, or if I thought that maybe they're looking at it in a different point of view, or if I agreed with them. I felt that those presentations I remembered more in compared to the presentations where people just read off slides, and they just went right through it and finished, and they just read straight off. I mean, I could have done that. One weakness, and this is something that I'm struggling with, and as you've noticed, I keep doing it. I noticed I'm doing it. One week, I just that's the weakness that I noticed. I say a lot. It's kind of a filler word because it gives me time to think, and I'm sure I've noticed a lot of people would do it as well. When you're giving a presentation, your thoughts are kind of jumbled up, so you need time to think, and you kind of substitute that time with an and unfortunately, I hear people do it, and it's like a ringing in my ear, and it distracts me, and it throws me off, and it's not professional, and it's something that I've been working on to improve. A concept that I really liked from this class was nonverbal codes and nonverbal communication, not only because that was the topic that my group chose to present, but also because it's something that I've been aware about, but I haven't really thought about it. Sometimes I worry that maybe I'm giving off the wrong nonverbal code. Like maybe I look, I'm staring at the floor, and maybe people are gonna think I'm depressed or something, but I'm really just like tired and trying to get to class. And it's really interesting to think about all these things that we communicate without really having to speak. And the fact that it's easy to misinterpret these nonverbal codes is kind of terrifying, because we jump to conclusions, and we jump to assumptions. But it's really amazing to know that that most of our communication is nonverbal. Based on everything that I learned, three goals that I would like, that I'm trying to reach in order to improve my speaking and presenting skills would be definitely the use of filler words. I keep saying and I realize it, and it drives me insane. But that's really something that I want to work on in order to give my speaking more fluidity, and just be more professional. I also want to work on the image I present to others to make sure that it's an accurate representation of who I am and who I want to be. And I want to be able look to look at situations from different points of views. Sometimes I get caught up in my own point of view, and I don't realize that there's people looking at it from a completely different point of view. And if I put myself in their shoes, it's I'd be able to understand the whole picture. To summarize, this public speaking class has taught me a lot more than just how to give speeches and presentations. I've learned about the human condition, how to better understand others and how to better be understood, and how to make sure people are active and engaged in what I'm saying. This class has been great, and I actually didn't mind that when I wasn't allowed to use my laptop or my phone during the class. Thank you.